Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to set up a project and we're going to learn how to import some clips. So we're going to start from where we left off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this project. I'm going to go up to File, Close Project. So now I'm in an empty project. Now I'm going to start from scratch. So I'm going to close Premiere. And I'm going to launch Premiere. Let's launch Premiere. So here is my Premiere welcome screen. And as you can see here, I've got a number of projects underway. And so I could start by clicking on any of these projects that have already been editing. So your recent will probably be empty. I have two options on the left. One is to open a project where if I click, I could navigate and I would find that PR project file, that .proj file, and open it, and then it would import the assets will already be set up. What we're going to do is we're going to start a new project, and we're going to click New Project. And what I have to do is give the project a name. We're going to call this project Adobe One. And then I have to choose a location where the project's going to be stored. My suggestion is, as I said before, is make a project folder, put all of your content into that project folder before you import it into Premiere. And then in this case, we want to save the project file into the project folder. So we have some files on Documents. So I'm going to click Browse, and I want to go to Documents, and I want to open that Adobe Premiere class folder. That's where I want my project folder to be stored. I'm going to click Select Folder, and now you'll see that it gives me the proper location. Now there's a bunch of options here. Basically, there's different types of rendering engines. You're going to probably leave that on its default. There's different ways of displaying the format for the video. Most of the time, you're probably just going to leave it at timecode unless you actually are shooting film, in which case you're going to look at feet and frames. Display format, leave that at its default. Capture format. So more than likely, you're going to be capturing the HDV, and I'm going to create a chart that kind of goes over the different formatting for capturing charts. But my suggestion for now is leave it at its default, because there's a way that when I import my clips, I can make sure that the clips and the formatting of the environment are the same. I'm going to click OK, and I've set up my initial import. I'm ready to do my initial import. I've got Premiere open. So now what I want to do is I want to import my clips. So the first thing I'll do is import my clips. As I said before, I have the clips in that project folder. I put the clips in that project folder on my hard drive before I import them into Premiere. Okay, now what I can do is I can make up a bunch of folders in here, and the more folders, the better organized I am. So if it's a small project, let's say you go out and shoot for a day, you don't need to make a bunch of folders, but the bigger the project gets, the more bins or folders you might need. So in my project bin section down here, I have my little button here that allows me to create new bins. So I'm going to create some bins, and these are the kind of bins that you probably will use on a regular video shoot. I'm going to make a bin, and I'm going to call it Video Clips. I'm going to make another bin and call it Audio. I'm going to make another bin and call it Music. I'm going to make another bin and call it stills, or let's call it graphics instead. And then I'm going to make another clip and call it, say, SFX for special effects. So the idea is that if I have a project that's got lots of content, I want to organize it. I can actually make subfolders as well if I need to, right? So I can select the folder graphics and make a bin inside of graphics and call it stills, right? And so you'll see that I've created a order to these folders, these bins in my application. So what I want to do is import my video clip. So I'm going to select that video clip. Now I can look at this as list view, or I can look at it in the icon view or freeform view. I'm going to go back to list view. I'm going to select the folder video clips. I want to import my clips into video clips. If I didn't import them into video clips, I could drag them into video clips later. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to use the command import. And so I want to find the video clips, and then I want to import them into the Premiere application. So in this case, I'm going to go to Documents. I'm going to open up the Adobe Premiere class. I'm going to open up Create Project Import Media. I'm going to open that folder, Create Project Import Media, and then I'm going to open up media files, and here are my media files. So these are all MP4 files except for one, which is an MP3 file. I'm going to select all the MP4 files by shift-clicking and click Open. And that's going to import my clips into the Premiere application. So there are all my video clips. Now I'm going to close that folder so I can click and open and close them. I'm going to go to Music, and I think those other two are music files. Let's import those. I'm going to go to File, Import, and I'm going to select the MP3 file and the WAV file and click Open, and those are going to go into the music folder. All right, so now I've successfully imported my clips into Adobe Premiere. I'm going to stop there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to learn how to move them up onto the source area and how to make some edits and then drag them onto the timeline.